How did you control your sexual desires when you were single?
Eat lime.
Is it okay to fake it sometimes?
Because then them spicy. Why wanna pressure me so much? Them never pressure you so much, you know?
What happens when high school lovebirds get married?
They move to a new city and start a YouTube channel, of course.
Welcome to Adventures of XYZ. I'm Xaundre.
And I'm Zara.
I'm a doctor.
And I'm a lawyer.
But we both just really love sharing our faith and going on cool adventures.
So we created this channel to share our journey as we attempt to use biblical principles to navigate life.
And have a whole lot of fun doing it.
So, come along with us!
Guess what's up? We're going to ask Zara those questions. You know those questions that the guys have sent in? The guys have asked some questions that they're too afraid to ask girls. So I'm going to be asking Zara these questions. And let's hear her response. If we run out of questions too early, then I might also put in some questions that were directed at me in the last video like this. If you haven't seen that video where we answered questions that girls are too afraid to ask guys, link in the description below. Alright, so we're actually going into the supermarket now, but come along with us. So babe, tell me about the fit.
The fit is called...
Sorry, the bigger pass in my box.
The fit is called Timeless, okay?
It's called what? Timeless?
Timeless.
I see.
I have some vintage pieces, you know, the polka that never goes out of style. And then of course the off the shoulder. And then the whole jumpsuit fusion. It's a little bit more modern. And yeah.
And what about the glasses?
The glasses because I'm a coffee shop. Come on.
Question for Zara was actually a question that a colleague of mine posted.
Okay.
He wants to know why you chose me. So that's the first question for you. Why did you choose me?
I chose you because I felt safe with you. I felt safe in all areas of life. Not necessarily because you are a safe option, because obviously everybody knows that he's not a safe option. Because Xaundre will take all the risks them and do all the random stuff. But I felt like
that may or may not be.
I felt like I could really step into who God called me to be as a woman. I was sure that you would lead me in every way, and I've always had standards for myself, and I knew that anybody that I wanted to be with, first of all, had to be my very best friend, which was you. But more than anything, had to be somebody who I knew would lead me spiritually. And
I'm not blushing, guys.
I never doubted that you would lead me spiritually. I knew that having you as a partner would help to refine my character, and that was at the top of my list. It wasn't money, it wasn't career, it wasn't.
Like, never money.
Because we not have it.
And not only we not have it now, but we also definitely never have it at the time.
And you're fun. You were also very rounded, you know. Sometimes it's hard to find a guy as ladies, and I guess this is a good question because guys who will watch this will know that sometimes you'll find a guy who's super spiritual, but then they're not balanced, they don't dress well, and they also are very...
I think I dress well. My Crocs.
You dress... I mean, your sister did a good job. Big up Sandy. Sandy always salty out. So back in the day, you did look good. and she teach me how to dress, because you guys know I never really grew up with my dad. So big up to Sandy for teaching me how to put guys together.
Yeah.
I always love that about you. Even if Xaundre, you know, in white t-shirts and him track pants and him Crocs, him always look like him fresh. Him always fresh. So yeah, and I love that. And then I also loved how sociable you were. Like, you're easy to carry out, you can bring up places. So that's why I chose you. Next question.
Alright, you know, I think I'm going to need a break before the next question. The guy said that he's talking to a really beautiful young lady, but she doesn't communicate to him that she likes him.
Okay.
He's assured to an extent that she likes him, but by the way she interacts with him, he gets that vibe from her, but she's just not saying it plain.
Okay.
So he wants to know, why doesn't that girl just express her feelings?
Because she wants to be pursued, man. Come on. She wants to be pursued. She wants to know that you have identified her worth and you want to pursue her. She wants you to ask her out on a date. And I mean, you can literally read the room and see if ladies are dropping hints, right?
We would hope.
We would hope
you can read the room.
Yeah, the girl, she's not gonna tell you that she likes you. She's going to go around, and some ladies will, but some ladies want to be pursued. And I mean, I always tell ladies that if he's not pursuing you, then that's low energy, and we don't do low energy around here.
What is the correct answer to the question, does this dress make me look fat?
It depends. There's no correct answer, okay? It depends on the season of life that the person is asking you, and just what her mood is at the time. So you just have to read the room. Truth is, no matter how slim you are, there are certain areas that we all have issues bulging out sometimes, and we just want reassurance that it looks good. So yeah, there is no correct answer. Read the room, bro. Read the room.
Are periods really that bad?
Of course. I mean, they differ for people, and that's why, guys, it's so important to understand the lady who you're with, because some people feel no pain at all, while some people can't move. Some people, they have mood swings before their actual period week, and some people, they have it after. So really and truly, it's not a cookie cut answer. You have to just realize who you're dealing with.
If I may just add real quickly, you see, if the periods are really that bad that you're having a whole lot of pain with them, then maybe you should seek some medical help.
They never asked for your medical help, Xaundre.
Me know you never asked me medical advice, but I have to put it in there nevertheless. It's called dysmenorrhea. When it's really, really bad, it can be due to fibroids, it can be due to endometriosis, it can be due to adenomyosis.
But babe, is that guy asking if they're that bad? So I just want to know if the girl exaggerates. It's not a girl asking for advice.
It can be that bad. And whether guy or girl, if you notice somebody period really that bad, then encourage them to go and get medical advice.
Check it out.
Yeah, you might need an ultrasound to see what's going on in there. Okay, that's it.
Hey guys!
Hey guys! So we have another little request.
Please, if you're watching this video, listen up.
Like it.
Share it.
Subscribe to our channel.
Share it.
How many children do you want?
Oh, me?
I figure he meant... I don't know what he meant.
That sounds like a personal Q&A. One time I didn't want 3, but every time I go to the supermarket it goes down more and more. So now it's at 2.
Why is it that most modern women want the guys to be traditional, but they don't want to be traditional themselves? As to what exactly that means, I'm not sure you can infer, but he used those words, modern and traditional.
And I think a lot of it has to do with what we're seeing in society. A lot of modern women want something, but they haven't gotten the opportunity to feel safe. You remember when I was talking about earlier, when you were talking when I was telling you that you make me feel safe? So because they don't feel safe, they always feel like they have to fight oppression, so they're always trying to defend their non-traditionalness. That don't make no sense. They're always trying to defend their position and their role because they don't want to be taken advantage of. So it's
I get you.
It's rooted in fear and a lot of
a Jaguar with a red plate on it. I'm sorry guys, although I've seen Benz and Beamer with a red plate, but a Jaguar? That's crazy.
Yes. But yeah,
so sorry, you were saying something. I'm sure it was important. I just got distracted.
Yeah.
So you were saying that a lot of traditional women, a lot of modern women would want to be traditional.
Yeah.
However, they feel a need to defend their position without getting taken advantage of. So in a defensive way, they take on more of the masculine energy.
They take on masculine roles and then
traditionally masculine roles.
Traditional.
Like, I mean, I don't mean to offend anybody who don't really see it this way. You know, but Sorry if I'm not talking in guarded enough terms, and don't go turn this into a newspaper article. You know.
I have to be very sensitive about it because it is something that's very personal to a lot of women, and I know where this guy is coming from because there's an ongoing debate about ladies who want the guy to give them money and go out and work and provide, but then when you flip the script and you say, well, if I'm supposed to be the provider, since you want to be traditional, then I also want you to go to those traditional roles and be the one who does all the housekeeping, right? But then of course people have double standards, so I know where he's coming from. But in addition to the safety, I also kind of want to go back to the fact that a traditional worldview and the worldview of having women who want to submit to the leadership of a man starts with a woman who wants to submit to the word of God.
And a man who wants to submit to the leading of God too.
To submit to the leading of God.
Because I'm no feminist by any stretch, but I can't wrong a woman for not submitting to a man who has not yet submitted to God.
Exactly.
Because if a woman submits to a man who has not submitted to God, you're setting up yourself for, being taken advantage of. And
treated badly.
Yeah, and in a need, or stemming from a need to protect themselves, then the women don't submit to the man because then the man takes advantage of the woman.
Right.
But that's because the man has not yet submitted himself to God.
Yeah.
What are some of the most common pet peeves that girls have with guys that they're dating?
Lack of communication. Guys run from communication a lot. Can't bother with the bag of chatting. They are not vulnerable, so they don't connect with you on with their innermost feelings because them feel like them have to put up this front of being macho, so you never truly get to know them.
So I think communication is the single biggest issue.
Communication, I think, is the single biggest issue.
I agree.
And reasoning ability, which I think can fall under communication, but it also has to fall under intellectual maturity. A lot of guys don't read. Yeah. They also don't watch self-help videos. Yeah. They don't think. They have such a high ego that they think them know everything, and you know if you tell them nothing. And they never. I think a lot of guys find it hard to want to learn. And I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but I find that black men are so strong-willed that to have a conversation with them, to let them know that intellectually they could have, like, they could make some moves, and here's a book that I suggest, or let us watch this video together, or let us do this course together. I find that black men are very defensive.
That's true.
They think they know it all, and they don't want anybody, and that's really sad, and that makes us as women sad, because all we want is for this relationship to work and for us to be able to grow together. And if I'm maturing intellectually, I'm getting more exposed to different ways of because we don't know everything, and we want to learn more, and we want to get better. But if you can meet me on that level
and join the journey with me, then you find that me start reasoning at a level that you're not reasoning at, and you just don't think you should elevate. Yeah. Hey guys, change of location, change of day. So we started filming this from like Thursday. Now which day, babe? Now it's Sunday. Let's finish up this video. Why is it that Christian girls always say they want good Christian guys, but when the good Christian guys come, they shun them and go for the bad guys instead?
That is a good question. Two things. One, sometimes Christian ladies think they want a Christian guy, but they don't. They like the idea of it because it's picture perfect. They think that that's what be accepted by their family, but they're not in the place in their journey that they're ready to accept what it really means to be a man of God, because they want to compromise. They want to go some places that you might not be able to go. They also love ready-made, guys. So yeah, so that's one. The second thing is that I find that a lot of Christian guys are not as confident. They spend a lot of attention focusing on some of the more spiritual aspects, but it doesn't transfer over to their social lives. So they don't pay attention to how they dress. Their overall confidence and approach is a little bit off, and they're kind of quirky. I'm not saying that quirkiness, something is wrong with quirkiness, but when you compare that with a non-Christian guy who's very confident, who's sure of what he wants, who puts himself together very well, because you know we are visual creatures, and who understands what it means to approach somebody with that sense of suaveness. I mean, come on, things of the world always look nicer than things that are of God. So
Suaveness is a word?
Suaveness, me just make it up.
From a Christian girl's perspective, does size matter?
Mix up. I think it depends on the exposure that this woman of God has had. A lot of people think about sex from a different worldview and a different point of view based on what their past has been. For persons who have never had sex, for those Christians who would have waited until marriage, then they really have no prior experience. So them don't know. Them really don't know. It no matter to them, because whatever size them get at a size, they will be the only size. And if the man is a man who has submitted to the will of God and is truly devoted to his wife, then size shouldn't be an issue. However, you have some women who never waited and would have had more experiences with different sizes, and I've heard them say that it matters. But me can't really answer that. Okay.
Intimacy or no intimacy at that time of month?
I think intimacy always, because I think sometimes as a society we have a issue with understanding what intimacy is and what sex is, and sex is different from intimacy. You can have one without the other, and I think intimacy should be all the time, especially at the time of month, because that's the time when ladies want their guy to rub their backs and to have those nice conversations and to bring them chocolates. So yes, definitely.
And should we split the bill?
Oh. No, I'm not from that culture, sorry.
How do you really feel about my female friends?
I love my female friends, but I think I like your female friends because I know them. If you did a bit shady about them, then maybe I would have been in a kind of weird, but your female friends are cool. Also, you don't give me a reason to feel any way about them.
Let me find it.
I feel like socks lost in the washing machine.
Maybe end up in a different load. Do girls talk about their experiences with other girls?
Yes, we do. But
like details?
I mean, we talk to the whole internet both ways.
I know, but there's just something eerie about that.
No, we don't. You have to remember in a zone that I par around girls who, when they talk about them ex, like I currently don't have any unmarried friends who have ever given me details. If my unmarried friend them are going with themselves, they not tell me. So them literally not tell me.
So the people who are talking
to. So the people who I'm talking to are married women.
Yeah.
Who enough time at school, them are trying to school me. They're trying to teach me the ropes.
I guess that's true, because guys tell me things too.
So we'll have those type of conversations.
Yeah. In a kind of guarded way.
Yeah. They don't go deep, but they give me, you know. So yeah, we talk about experiences. Most times married women who are just imparting knowledge. It's never about flaunting.
Okay.
Or I call my sister wives, so otherwise, like should I mention and say, girl, you know, that weekend was fun and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay. Let me shoot these ones at you. Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Ready?
Cool. Yeah.
Alright. Do you have insecurities?
Yes.
Strength to leave?
Strength to leave, understanding your worth and knowing what God has called you to be and who He has called you to be. that, no, me can't answer this rapidly. If you don't understand who you are and who God has called you to be, you won't get that confidence to leave, because you feel like you'll be doing it by yourself, but you'll be doing it because of through the strength of God. Sorry, that couldn't be rapid fire.
How do you feel about a virgin guy?
We love virgin guys over here, and a lot of Christian ladies actually prefer persons who don't have a lot of experience, because then you can learn together and you can go on the journey together.
Alright, sorry guys, under normal circumstances I'd probably be helping her with the folding, but me kinda can't multitask, you understand?
Yeah, try to save yourself.
Try to save yourself before we just lie down on our clothes them and I don't know. Alright. If you're planning on getting married, does it matter if the guy has a career or is educated?
Personally, yes, it matters. And I love that the person said career or is educated, because you can have a career and you never really go to a formal institution, but because you can have a skill, you can have a business, and most of all you can have a plan for your future. So yes, it matters.
Catch this now.
Is that rapid fire question? Because they may sound deep.
What are some attributes a teen girl Christian should possess?
Is that girl send the scene?
I think so. Look at one girl right here.
Attributes that a teen girl, I guess we should do a video for we should do a video for teenagers at some point. One little question time. But I guess the main attributes, I think, a propensity towards personal development, and 2, a propensity towards growing in Christ.
How did you control your sexual desires when you were single?
Eat lime.
Oh, lime cutting nature. Oh.
You're so slow. But big and serious. When I was single, I controlled them by redirecting the energy a lot. I control them. I have different techniques, right?
I'm sure we have a video somewhere.
Well, we maybe need to make a video, but I re-channel the energy into something else. So there's gospel music always got me back into my frame of sense. So when I was feeling that tingly feeling, I had a playlist for it. I was very intentional about making a playlist that would bring me back, bring me down, Lord, you know. So that was something that I did. So try to redirect and rechannel that energy into something that you love, or something that helps you to get back.
Are guys with children always turn-offs? If yes, what if he has no baby mother drama?
I think it depends on the stage that you're in life. For older women who are dating a guy in a certain age range and with a certain expectation, then I think at that point it doesn't really matter if you have kids, because sometimes these women have kids too. But fresh out of university kind of thing, a lot of ladies at that age and at that stage, they don't want to have to be dealing with, they're not ready for motherhood. So for the most part, I think it's a no-no for kind of that age range.
And how do you get a girl to like you?
Be likable.
What that mean?
It means that you're gonna be likable. Work on yourself, work on your social skills, be her friend, show that you listen, show that you care.
What does a girl really mean when she says I'm fine?
I'm fine has a lot of meanings. It just depends on how she said it. If she say I'm fine, it means that she actually okay. If she say no, I'm fine, it means that she wants you to prod. If she says I'm fine after you have given her an option whether she should stay or go, it means if you stay. So you just gotta read the room. There is no one meaning, okay? There's no one meaning. How do you keep up?
How frequently do you need to do the Jerusalem? Answer the people them question.
I'm fine with like 3 times a week, 2-3 times a week. I'm fine. But
I have no comments.
But sometimes you're with a partner who's not fine with that, so you know you have to.
Bare or shaven?
My pastor watches this.
Alright, this one is for the married ladies. Is it okay to fake it sometimes?
No. I made a commitment that I would not fake it, because when you fake it, you give false hope. If you're tired, you can go sleep. But be honest, I've had this conversation, and some people believe that you should fake it sometimes, but I don't. If you don't know what it's
Last question.
Okay.
Naked or lingerie?
Lingerie. I mean, because you like lingerie, so yeah.
I mean, ultimately, just find out what your husband like. Yeah, man. You just ask him. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that brings us to the end of this series of questions. We'll probably do a part 2 sometime later on when we get some more questions from you guys.
Spicy. Why wanna pressure me so much? Them never pressure you so much, you know? Why? Tell me, guys. Y'all are out for me.
People have a conscience. Alright, guys, so that's all from us for now, and we'll see you next time in the next episode of Adventures of XYZ.
Bye,
guys.